The countdown to Christmas begins now. I've got a big season ahead of us. We have so many advent calendars. We have the Bluey advent calendar. We have my handmade advent calendar. Well, it's just some of my favorite toys, some new favorites. And then I'm going to open up a new toy every day. I'm going to try to keep it a simple one. But this was a new Bluey multi-pack family dress-up fun pack that I could not resist. I did get it at a Boxing Day price, and it's new, and it's adorable. So let's start with that, and then we'll get into day one of the Advent calendar. We'll open up the Bluey Advent calendar, and then we'll look at the different surprises that I have in here. We need to fill out the nativity scene. We need to get all of the figures up there, and I don't know where I'm going to put all of the stuff that I'm getting, but we'll get into that after we look at Bluey 8 figures. Again, it's called Family Dress Up Fun, and inside we have Grandad, we have Bluey, we have Bingo in costumes. I did open this 2-pack up at one point, but I opened them up and sent them to a friend. So yeah, Socks is in here, which I don't know if I have. Pom Pom, which is I think Pom Pom's first release new figure, and then we have Aunt Brandy. So I think people are excited about getting Aunt Brandy. And then Trixie is in here. I think she's a neighbor, or I don't know who Trixie is. And Chilli. I have to watch more. I watched a little, some segments, but I haven't watched enough. I know that I love it. Really cool that Christmas is summertime in Australia, so it's like the exact opposite, and I think we're gonna see that in this advent calendar, which I don't wanna give it away. It shows on the back what we're getting. It gives it away, but what? Let's take a better look at these figures, and I don't know where I'm going to keep them all. I don't think they can be in the nativity scene. I'll put them there for now. But until then, I have no idea how to open this box. These toys are made by Moose, and in Canada, a set like this, I believe, costs about $35 regularly, which is insane. Toys are so expensive, but probably worth it. I do have to say, for the most part, none of these are paint. Oh, there's always paint problems with these. Look, great backdrop, cute, adorable. Yeah, but the paint's not always perfect, but I've just come to accept that. Alright, so I think this, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is like mostly Chilli's family. Which I believe that there were some other family packs, and I don't know if they focused on other sides of the family too, but there are so many characters, and they're all fun and cute and adorable. And Australian, which is so cute and adorable. What am I looking for? I'm looking for if this is Chilli. I believe that this is Chilli. Yeah. I better keep that up here as a reference guide. So movable arms, movable tail, and movable legs at the hip. It's just cute. We have had Chilli a couple times before. Probably she is also in the Advent calendar that we are opening today. I mean, she's in here. So I got this multi-set from my friend in Germany. Andy, thank you for sending me this deluxe pack, but he didn't send me the box. So that helped me put them all into these canisters because I had all of the loose figures and I wanted to celebrate each one. So that's what's happening. All right, here's Pom Pom. Okay, definitely the cutest figure ever made. Look at how round Pom Pom is. Oh, hands even move, so it has the same articulation, except, oh my. Okay, Pom Pom is for sure the cutest little figure you ever did see. We've got hexagonal pegs for the stick Pom Pom up there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look how excited Pom Pom is. I don't know if I struggle with knowing if these are boys or girls. I think most of the time there seem to be girls. Bingo. I do know Bingo's name now. Bingo in this costume, I really regretted not getting the costume set for myself. And then I couldn't find it anymore. So this is fantastic that it came in this set because these are adorable little costumes. All right, cute. And then everything fell. All right, and then this one is Bluey, the star of the show. And I did think Bluey was a boy because blue is a boy's color, and Bluey, everything's upside down in Australia though, I guess. And I don't know, Bluey sounded like a boy's name, but Bluey is in fact a girl. Here's an example of a little mishap I did notice on that, but I tried to get the best pack that had the best paint. There were a lot of these, and I actually don't think that this set was supposed to be on sale, but they had all kinds of them. They had a big sign, so they had to give me the price for the sale. So I was lucky to get it at Walmart in Canada. And this one, this is socks. I'm not sure if I have socks yet. So tiny. Uh-oh, one of the arms are stuck. Oh, I'm afraid to move it. There we go. Socks. Really, really cute. Just like a mini Bluey. In blue. Cute. Adorable. Like socks would have been the cutest winner of the winner award. But next to Pom Pom, I mean, Pom Pom takes the cake. All right. And then this one. This is Trixie. So maybe Trixie's a sister. Maybe she's a neighbor. I don't know who Trixie is. I like her. I like the spots on her belly. Cute. She's got spots everywhere. And then the older cats have, have gray hair, which is interesting. Unlike Peppa Pig, they don't mix the animals. I think everybody's a puppy, right? There's no cat friends. Oh. I gotta definitely watch it. The show's really good. Sometimes one of the arms are stuck. I'm not gonna force it right now. I might have to heat it up. That usually is the safest way to move a stiff joint. Give it a little bit of heat. I put it in front of a space heater, and then you can move it. Anyway, Trixie is looking cute. Tail, lots of spots. I like spots. And then this one is Aunt Brandy, and I think people were excited about Aunt Brandy when I Googled right quickly. I don't know what I was Googling this set to see how much the price was supposed to be. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. And then I saw that it was on Reddit and everybody was excited about Brandy. I think that's what I read. But Brandy looks pretty cute. Let's see her compared to Chilli. So I'm assuming that they're sisters, because they do look alike. Mom doesn't have the gray hairs. Maybe Brandy's an older sister. Dad has the gray hairs, I believe. And, Grandpa doesn't have, which they call him Grandad. And I guess because I am in the Commonwealth, I am in Canada, and I did call my grandfather Grandad. That is the name that I also called Papa, Grandad. Grandad, and I didn't call her Grandma. Nana. We used Nana and Grandad. That is what I called both on both sides of the family. I don't know if they have a Nana. They have Granny. I don't know. I have to get the Granny sets. The sets where Bingo and Bluey are dressed up as. They're everybody's favorite. I know that you can get a car now that has Bluey dressed up as Grandma, and I love it. Anyway, grannies, the grannies, they're so cute. Anyway, here we go. Oh, day one. Just see day one. There we go. That is Grandad, and he is looking real cute. They're all looking real cute. That is such a great set. Let's take a break from Bluey, even though we're not really taking a break from Bluey, because we're looking in the Advent canister. Oh, and for the first day, I wanted to get this over with. I couldn't fit the cow from the Advent calendar in the set, so I left the cow out. So the cow for the Fisher-Price nativity scene, which I opened a couple years ago, and I didn't put it out last year, and I mean, that's horrible that I didn't, but this year it has prominent on this shelf. I took down all of my wooden things that were up on this shelf, and I am putting the Fisher-Price cow up where it belongs. So put it next to the trough, and we'll play this while we look at what the next thing is. Oh wow, that music's gonna get in the way, but maybe it's not loud enough. Okay, so we have a Jake and the Neverland Pirates. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to explore my Jake and the Neverland pirate toys, because I haven't been looking at them in a while. So I brought them out of their little package. I usually keep toys in bins like this, and I can't see what I have. I can't see the figures. So now I've been collecting them and putting them in showcases like these that I get at the Dollarama in Canada. And this is in the tool section, but they have little segments that you can adjust, and you can put the toys in there. I also like to use these ones, which are in the craft section, and you can change the segments around in there to display your toys. So, and then I can see what I have. So this is what I like to do, and I guess that's what we're going to do with the new figures we get. But we did not get a figure today. We got a barrel, but I love this barrel, and kind of would work very nicely in the nativity scene. But I think we're going to have so much stuff filled up that I think I'm going to have to get a case to put that stuff in. Here's some extra Jake and the Neverland Pirates. So we're going to be looking at that. Now, I'm not sure if I'm excited about Jake and the Neverland Pirates anymore now that we have Santiago of the Seas. He's a cuter looking pirate. He looks more like a Imagine X figure, so maybe I'll have to open up his giant figure that I have. Let's get back to Bluey though. So we had a cow from Fisher-Price nativity scene. We had a barrel from Jake and the Neverland Pirates, and we have this character. I don't know who it is, but it's adorable. I think it's a neighbor of Bluey, and I think I got its parents or their parents. Let me know the name if you know the name of this character in the comments below. And I think that the parents are coming in one of the other packages. Now here's something that I'm really excited about, and I think I've got a couple Smurf videos that I want to do this year too. So I am going to open up all of these Smurfs that I got, again from Germany, from my friend Andy. Thank you so much for getting good deals on these Smurfs. I especially like the new versions even more than the retro ones. Does they put the names on this? Smurf. I don't know who. Do we know who this is? Is this a generic Smurf? I don't know, but I like the art, and I think I have a box standing by. Yes. To put the collection in, I've got 3 already started in here. So I've got the right divider sizes. Look, we got Brainy, we got Hefty in there flexing. We got Brainy, and then I don't know who this one is. If you know who that Smurf is, let me know. But I am going to cut off the tag because they're just, sometimes I want to leave the tag on. Slash. I don't think they're making Smurfs anymore. I think that's what I heard. But here, we'll take off the tag, Sometimes there's gum residue, but there's not. This one's really interesting. I think it's a generic. He looks so different though than the others. I don't even remember like asking for this one, but it's definitely special. I wish they said which names they were on the bottom of what Smurf this is, but maybe it's just a generic waving Smurf. Anyway, it gets added to the box. This is going to look so good when it's all filled out, and I'm going to enjoy the collection so much. Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do with the Bluey ones. I think that they're too thick to fit into any of the collector cases, so it seems I'm just going to have to get a bin like this for them to put them in. But this was a pretty good first day. We opened up a new toy. We looked at some classic toys. We opened up some new classic toys. Loving it. This is fun so far. I hope you had fun with me. Who was your favorite? I mean, it's got to be Pom Pom, right? But the Smurf was pretty cute too. I even like the barrel. I'm so turn of the century that it's so much fun. Do you like how I put the holly from outside my house? I have a holly bush, and I got some wooden beads, tied it all together with some jute, put the lid on it, and then it made this like, when I put them all together, it made like this garland. So let me just put that back up there. These are all random. Day 2, I'll have to count them as we go, but I'm all ready for Christmas, and this is exciting. Maybe I'll put these up here for now until we can put them in the manger while we wait for the baby Jesus to show up. And I don't know when baby Jesus is going to show up. I'll see you tomorrow.